compete is 12 months a year.
Again this year, the load falls on the shoulders of a Gore brother. Yet another powerful running back. A staple here at Olathe North. But Olathe East arrives tonight with a young man of equal prowess. Meet Andre Jones.
We're just going to go in there and try to get the job done.
Jeff Myers and the Hawks. John McCall and the Eagles. It's East versus North next.
Welcome to the Olathe District Activity Center in Week 6 of the high school football season. As tonight, MetroSports presents Sunflower League football at two city rivals and two unbeaten teams as number 3 Olathe East takes on number 1 Olathe North. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the broadcast booth. I'm Kevin White, along with former Kansas City Chief Rich Baldinger, and we'll be joined on the sidelines shortly by Nate Bucati. Well, Richard, for the last 12 years, this has been a district game. Now Olathe North is 5A, Olathe East stays 6A, but still, the Sunflower League crown is on the line tonight, and also we have the city bragging rights on the line as well.
Yeah, when you talk about the Sunflower and you talk about the championship, let's just throw out all the 5As and the 6As. That's more than I ever got in school. These guys are out here tonight to battle between the white lines. Look for a preeminent matchup tonight between two powerhouses in Olathe.
And there's Jeff Myers, head football coach of Olathe East. He is the dean of coaches in the Sunflower League in his 13th year. Also the mayor of Shawnee. So he has a full plate, being the mayor of a city, a teacher, and also the head football coach as the captains head out with the referee tonight. That is Jim Knight.
Come on in, shake hands, guys.
Captain shaking hands as we get ready to go.
Okay, guys, on the coin toss, White won the toss and elected to receive down here. You guys are going to defend the north goal and kick this way. Turn your backs to your goal, gentlemen.
It's all right, buddy. Good job. Let's go. There's beer for you.
Getting ready to go here from Odak. Olathe North to kick off in the blue jerseys with the white pants. Olathe East 5-0 in the orange helmets, white tops and orange pants. There's John McCall, head coach of Olathe North in his second season. Of course, last year 10-3 the record, and they were the 6A state champions. D-back is Andre Jones, averaging 55.3 yards per punt, and he has taken 2 back for touchdowns, including last week. Took one back 91 yards in the win over Shawnee Mission North. Spencer Webb to kick away for the Olathe North Eagles, the defending state champions, and we're underway from Odak. And this will reach the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 from the 20. And the Olathe East quarterback tonight is Derek Miller. That is Dustin Muma, who's going to be the free safety tonight and is the all-time interception leader. He's going to try to pick the pocket of this guy right here, Derek Miller, the junior quarterback. Comes in with a quarterback rating of nearly 99. 7 touchdown passes to only 3 INTs. First and 10. Cummings, the fullback, in motion. This is Andre Jones for short yardage, maybe a yard. Let's take a look at our offensive starters in this ball game, and the skill guys first. Adam Parks is the brother of Anthony Parks, now at Butler County, and Andre Jones is the leading rusher, and Frank Pizzuti is the tight end. Guys up front: Jepson, Knibe, Link, Dunbar, and Clitheroe. Clitheroe returning starter from last year. Olathe East second in total offense in the Sunflower League. facing second and long. Cummings in motion, 2 receivers near side. Toss sweep to Jones, and he's going to be caught in the backfield and thrown for a loss, as that is Brent Sensenik, excellent student, the defensive end, throwing Jones for a loss. As we take a look at the Eagles defensively, and this team is #1 in total defense. We just saw Sensenik, and there's Burnett and O'Rourke up front. And the leading tackler is Matt Bolmash on the inside linebackers. And we mentioned Dustin Mumma, all-time interceptor in Olathe North history with 16. He had 8 last year. And he works at the free safety slot. It's going to be 3rd down, 13 yards to go. Miller with his first pass over the middle, deflected, intercepted. And coming away with it is Randy Shepard. He's the fastest guy on the field, has the 4.36 40 speed, and he goes out of bounds inside the 15 near the 13-yard line. So, Richard, in a big ball game like this, mistakes are crucial, especially when you turn the ball over deep in your own territory.
Turn it over deep in your own territory, but also the idea of making mistakes against the defense like Olathe North. And this man, number 20, Shepard, folks, keep your eye on him. Not only is he fast, a tremendous athlete. And when you play a team like Olathe North, this is what they feed off. It's like a big, hungry machine. You give them one little piece of pizza, they want a little bit more.
Eagles 5-0, 4-0 in the Sunflower League. #1 rated team in the 5A classification. #1 in our Super 25 I formation. And this is Justin Gore spinning his way inside the 10 near the 9-yard line.
Yeah, we had a chance to talk about Justin Gore in this stand-up, and you know, when you look at the young man, you're saying, okay, well, what is it about him? His smarts on the field. Not only is he a great athlete, but he just understands the game. When he makes his cuts, he knows where the defense is flowing. That's something that you don't coach. Some kids just have it, some don't. Luckily, he has it, and he just, when you put that together with his athletic skill, it makes a great athlete.
On 2nd down, let's call it 7. This is Gore again for short yardage. As we take a look at our starting lineups for the Olathe North Eagles, their leading rusher is Justin Gore. His brother Jason is their leading receiver, and he is a twin brother of Justin. And then the guys up front, guys with all the experience in Wise, Greer. Sensenik moved from a tight end now to a tackle position. And Coach McCall says if we had 11 Brent Senseniks, we would never lose a game. He is a hard-working young man. 3rd down and 4. Gore right up the middle will come up shy of the 1st down as he's down near the 4-yard line. As we take a look at East defensively in this matchup, 3rd in total defense. They play a 52 monsters, so there's 5 down linemen. Those rush ends and Lincoln Diggs will cause a lot of problems. And Brian Cummings back after some early knee surgery. And Young Ha, Korean young man, a very good tackler. And in the secondary, Derek Miller and Adam Parks are your safeties. Jones and Triola are the corner guys, as we have a Olathe East Hawk player down. I think it's Zach Clitheroe, number 64. 6'2", 265-pound senior. And there's Jeff Myers out to check on his offensive and defensive linemen. Let's go back to the last play and see if we can see what happened to Zach.
And we're looking at number 65. He's tied inside. You can't really see him, but I just think he gets turned over right here, and his knee gets caught in the pile. Let's take a look at it again. Well, it's just a game of football. You're trying to finish your block, and it looked like he just kind of rolled up underneath his knee. He might have got caught in a pile, and then he landed on top. He probably knocked his wind out more than anything.
Zach, a returning starter for this team. Going to leave the field under his own power.
Brent Sensenik is 6'2", 210 pounds. Kind of landed on top of him and caught him in the old windpipe area.
This will be 4th down and 2. from just inside the 5-yard line. Olathe North trying to take advantage of a Randy Shepard interception. Shepard's 3rd interception of the year. They go for it. Gore hurdles over the pile and has the first down. It'll be 1st and goal for the Eagles, just outside the 1-yard line. Gore 1,941 yards and 18 touchdowns last year. Of course, the little brother of Bino Gore, who's 2nd all-time in the Olathe North rushing annals. There's his rushing numbers this season. He's 2nd in the Sunflower League with 670 yards. Yards per carry up just a little bit. Last year was 5.2. And he's trying to get touchdown number 12 as it's 1st and goal for the Eagles. And there's Gore off the left side, and he pounds it in. Touchdown, Olathe North. Justin Gore.
Yeah, Olathe North, they're not a complicated offense. You talked to Coach before the game and his belief in let's grind it out. But look at the surge at the offensive line at the pit level. Dan Wise, Josh Rearson, Michael Rourke, Travis Greer. It's pad level, folks. It's a desire. Score with your man into the end zone. Whenever you watch an Olathe North football team, you know it's going to be a hard-nosed, hard-hitting game.
Spencer Webb with the extra point try, and it is no good. So 8.5 to go in your first quarter. A Randy Shepard interception, his 3rd of the year. Takes it inside the 15, and the Eagles pump it in from there with Justin Gore capping the drive, his 12th touchdown run of the season. And it is 6-0, Olathe North on top.
Watching the surge by the big blue up front. Watch our big guys up front. Look how they bring their feet. Score with your man into the end zone. Again, the left tackle, Michael Rourke. Excellent pad level. Bring your feet behind you. That's great fundamental football. You wouldn't expect anything less from Olathe North.
Good push on that. Good push on that.
Mistakes, a big part of what the coaches were saying pregame. Mistakes in a ball game like this will really come back to haunt you, in an early turnover haunting Olathe East. As Webb to kick away. Andre Jones with his 2 kick returns is deep, and the strategy for Olathe North, just kick it out of the end zone and don't let number 5 return it at all tonight.
Not a bad decision at all, kicking into the end zone. But the one thing about Olathe North, I've been watching this high school for a few years now. They might get a turnover, but they capitalize on them. And that's where they capture the momentum, and then they get you in that vice, and they slowly start squeezing. Olathe East needs to come out, move the ball down the field, get some points on if they can.
There you see the passing numbers now. 4 INTs for Derek Miller after the initial drive of the game. 1st and 10 from the 20. And Miller looked like he called his own number there, and maybe the exchange from center was a little off, but
yeah, it didn't look like he got the ball. As you see, he was talking to his center. It didn't look like it came all the way up inside. Also, too, he might have saw a running lane because of the way the defense was lined. He said, hey, I'll just go ahead and take the snap.
Able to collect 2 yards on the play up to the 22-yard line. So ad-libbing and going on a quarterback sneak. Play action, Miller to throw, going deep down the side, and the pass going to be intercepted by Dustin Muma. This guy is incredible. Interception number 17 of his career, 3rd of the season.
Dustin Muma going up to the highest point, but watch the protection Miller gets. Steps up in the pocket, gets a little pressure at the end. It looks like he had to pull the string. He's behind, but throwing into double coverage is not a smart thing to do when you've got Dustin Muma, a quarterback who knows how to read it. But how about Shepard? Talk about gang tackling. Talk about gang tackling a receiver. That's what you want to see out of your safety and your corner, both men working in combination.
So 2 drives, 2 turnovers for Olathe East. And Muma running running the quarterback option, finding some running room, breaking free, and he has a first down run as he's down near the 35-yard line and a gain of 15 on the play.
Dustin Mumma just showing that desire, the willingness to compete, to pick up yardage. You saw him on the interception, now on the run. Great balance. Watch him come through. It's going to be a little option. Steps up inside. Folks, don't arm tackle. You better gang tackle number 10 if you want to bring him down. And watching Dustin Mumma. Look at the balance. You see how he stays over his feet? He keeps twisting and turning, so you really can't get a good shot on him. But the competitive desire, placing the ball in the right hand, making sure you wrap it up tight. That's what you like to see out of your quarterback.
And he's going to have to check out of the game. He's got an equipment problem. It's like his shoulder pads. Something's come loose. Or
quarterbacks don't wear shoulder pads, do they? The quarterbacks wear shoulder pads.
So they'll run Colby Humphrey, who's part of our singing of our national anthem tonight. He is the backup quarterback. Also a guy that plays in the secondary for the Eagles. So the backup quarterback in momentarily while Mumma gets his equipment taken care of. Jason Gore, the near side receiver. Here's his brother, Justin, breaking tackles, spinning off another tackle. And another good gain on first down as Gore able to rush it down to the 28 and a gain of 7 yards on first down.
And you're seeing Justin Gore, but right now we're winning the battle in the pits. Watch the offensive line. Again, you can't say more about him. Watch number 76, Sensenik, come around on an excellent pull. But the surge on the front side, the double team, it opens up such a wide running lane. But I love the way these guys run at Olathe North, whether it's Mumma at quarterback or Gore at the tailback position, always spinning and turning, know where the defense is coming. They get down quick, pick up some extra yards.
2nd and 3 for the Eagles. Gore again caught in the backfield. Young Ha, a Korean young man, and one of the top tacklers on this team, also a 4.0 student, a junior, makes the stop. And it's going to be 3rd down and a couple facing the Olathe North Eagles. 2 early turnovers by Olathe East. And the Eagles trying to capitalize. You take a look at Jacob Metzger, playing one of the rush end spots. The 52 monster employed by Olathe East. So they got 5 guys on the down line. Toss it out to Gore, the cutback. And it's like he's going to come up shy of the first down. Like Adam Parks, little brother of Anthony Parks, with the shoestring tackle. And it's going to be 4th and a couple of yards on the play.
Olathe East right now having some trouble with seeing some of the different plays, but you see Adam Parks coming up, breaking down, doing an excellent job of wrapping up around his legs. And as I said, that's where Justin Gore does a very good job of usually of making the first man miss. He's great balance, knows where the defense is flowing. But that time, Brad Parks got the best of him.
4th and 2, Eagles go for it. Gore pounding up the middle, and it's going to depend on the spot. They're marking it right near the 25-yard line. Stake more like the 24.5. So they're going to have a measurement. And before we do that, let's send it down to Nate Bucati.
Hey guys, I'm standing by with the parent of Olathe North quarterback Dustin Mumma. This is Kevin Mumma. Close game so far, but you got to like the way you started out, don't you?
We're doing well so far. It's awful early though.
Now, this is kind of an interesting situation for you as well, because I understand that you've got children on both sides of the field here.
Yeah, I got Dustin's a senior at North, and my daughter's a sophomore at East.
So what does your daughter have to do in a situation like this? I got to imagine she's cheering for her school, but she wants to cheer for Big Brother at the same time.
Yeah. She's wearing her East letter jacket and her brother's football jersey. So
that way she can fit on both sidelines.
Yeah, she's kind of covered both ways.
Be a good game, Kevin. Thanks for the time.
Very well, thank you.
Okay, thanks, Nate. So Olathe East holds. They get the ball as Olathe North turns it over on downs as they were stopped on 4th down and short. Miller with a couple INTs early. Gives it to Andre Jones and shut down on the play. Brent Sensenik and also Chris Burnett collaborate for the stop. Maybe a yard in the play. 2nd down and 9. We're already seeing, Richard, this Brent Sensenik, one of their top sack men, really making an impact.
Yeah, working at the defensive end. He just does a nice little quick out move and gets around the tackle, but you see his balance and also his ability to tackle. Great job on the fundamentals of wrapping up, but plays with really good leverage at 6'2", 210 pounds. He can get underneath a lot of offensive linemen.
Keep in mind, Olathe North really shut down Andre Jones last year. 15 carries, 29 yards, and a touchdown. Slant pass broken up. Big hit, Randy Shepard on Andre Jones, who, by the way, is the leading receiver for Olathe East. And Randy Shepard had the early interception, the big hit from the secondary.
And talked about Randy Shepard, not only his speed, but as I said, he's a great football player. He enjoys contact. That's the way you take your receiver out of the play in the middle of the field. Now, we won't get into that NFL thing again, will we, tonight? We're going to let that one go?
Chiefs are on a bye week. Let's let the NFL officials have a bye week as well. Jim Knight is your referee tonight. It's 3rd down and 9. Toss sweep. Jones in trouble, and Sensenik has him again for a loss. Brent Sensenik, number 76, having a huge first quarter for Olathe North.
Yes, he is. He's doing a tremendous job on the outside. And again, we're going to have to get a double team. Here he is right on the outside. He's just going to get penetration, beats the tight end across his face. Right now, they're not taking the proper blocking angles for Olathe East. Going to have to do a better job. Maybe get another tight end over there or somebody in the hip position, get a double team on number 76.
Sensenik has a 4.1 GPA, and Coach McCall says he has a great work ethic in everything he does. Punting time, Derek Miller is sent it down the field. He averages 33 yards per punt. This will be Cadeas Bias on the return. He gets the corner. Bias in space. Look out. And the punter, Derek Miller, makes the stop just shy of the 10-yard line, but a big-time punt return of 47 yards by Cadeas Bias.
Yeah, you're watching number 20, as we talked about.
Randy Shepard, I beg your pardon.
Excuse me, yeah, Randy Shepard, again, showing the great speed to turn the corner. Now let's get going north and south. Supposedly a 4-4 man in the 40-yard dash is showing some great ability to make people, well, the punter tackled him. The punter, well, we won't say much. This is high school now, and he knows when he goes to the next level, he'll be running laps if he got tackled by the punter.
Yeah, he makes that stopwatch smoke. 4.36 in the 40. Randy Shepard already has an early interception. And Muma back in on the quarterback option. He scored 2 touchdown runs on options last week in the win over Leavenworth. And he goes for a good gain on 1st down, as he'll get 9 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and short, so the equipment problem resolved for quarterback Dustin Muma.
Yeah, Dustin Muma, and he got some shake also in with those extra pads as he just kind of makes the Olathe East defense just kind of tackle air on that run, and great job on the option, pressing the line of scrimmage, and then get going north and south.
Second down, they're saying 2 yards to go. Here's Gore stretching to the outside. Derek Miller coming up from the secondary. The free safety makes the stop. And it's going to be little or no gain on the play. So it'll be 3rd down coming up, and a couple facing Olathe North.
And when you play this team, Olathe North, the one thing that you have to know coming into this game is you have to tackle. You've got to gang tackle. You've got to wrap people up. Olathe North, they've always been competitive. When they hit the field, it's a machine going. Right now, Olathe East, the only time they've gotten in trouble is try to arm tackle. It's not going to happen.
So 3rd down and 2 yards to go. Gore spinning, and he's very close. And depend on the spot.
So we had Andre Jones on the tackle.
It's going to be 4th down and about a half a yard to go. Seen the Eagles go for it on the last series, and they were denied. Fans, some 7,000 or 8,000 here tonight. Now get up on their feet and make some noise. 4th and less than a yard. Gore into the end zone, touchdown. His 2nd of the night, and it's 12-0 Eagles.
They're following his fullback, Kalen Bourne, number 42, into the end zone. And again, You watch Olathe North up front. It's nothing. It's an I formation, and we're coming right at you. They're going to score with you, push you into the end zone. And you just like to see the desire on these guys, the way they play football at Olathe North. It is smash mouth all the way.
So Gore now with 13 touchdowns on the season. Scored 18 last year. They'll go for a 2-point conversion. Juggle to the snap. Muma vaults into the end zone. Touchdown. Or make it a 2-point conversion, I beg your pardon. And Muma, we've seen him with an interception, and Jeff Meyer's team on the ropes early as the Eagles get the big punt return this time by Randy Shepard and convert with the Gore touchdown and then the 2-point conversion by Muma.
Watch Gore go in. As I said, he's following number 42. Gets a nice kick-out block. And look at the surge up front again. Number 70, Sensenik. Excellent pad level. And then we're going to watch the quarterback, Muma, get elevation. Hey, he can smell the end zone, number 10, as he gets the 2-pointer.
Scoring drive, 4 plays, 11 yards, 2 minutes and 10 seconds off the clock. Gore with his second of the night.
You think that Coach Myers has some political meetings sometimes to get like this, a little precarious?
Coach Myers, of course, the mayor of Shawnee in his first year of his 4-year term after serving 9 years as a city councilman. Webb with the kick away. Andre Jones just lets this one sail over his head for another touchback. So Webb doing a good job of kicking the ball in the end zone and giving Andre Jones no chance to return. Andre averaging over 55 yards per return as Derek Miller coming back in. And there you see the turnovers. Derek with a couple of interceptions, one by Shepard, one by Muma. And we've seen the big punt return by Randy Shepard. 1st and 10 from the 20. Jones in the I formation with Cummings, the fullback. They'll give it to the fullback, Brian Cummings, for little or no gain. Brian injured his knee in week 1 and had to have arthroscopic surgery. And he returned last week in week 5 after he had some torn meniscus operated on. Just a tough kid, a kid that wants to play some football this year, and he got back rather quickly, just a few weeks after the surgery. Second down at 10. Receivers left and right out of the I formation for Miller. Jones for short yardage off the right side as we check in now with Nate.
Okay, guys, standing by with Olathe East Athletic Director Ryan Ralston, and I know this has been a slow start so far, Ryan, but how about the performance just of your football program already this year?
Well, we're real excited. I mean, obviously, Andre Jones has just been a real excitement as far as his bid for the Simone Award. I think he's there each week. He keeps doing what we ask him to do, and everything and more. And our kids are getting better and better each week. We knew we were going to go up against an awful good football team tonight, and it's still early, but they've got the upper hand right now. But we're still going to be in it, and hopefully we're a second-half ball club, and we're hopefully going to show it again tonight.
Ryan, thanks for the time. That's Ryan Ralston, guys. We'll send it back upstairs.
Good, thanks, Nate. On 3rd down and 6, Miller is pressured on the rollout. Knocked out of bounds. The ball went flying. Dan Wise involved. And that wraps up things in the first quarter. A couple of turnovers hurting Olathe East, and Justin Gore in the end zone twice. The Eagles lead 14-0 after 1 on the Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week. Back here in ODAC on a splendid early fall evening with Rich Baldinger and Nate Bucati. I'm Kevin White. Welcome to the Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week. 1 quarter in the books. And Olathe North, the #1 team in our Super 25, leading by 2 touchdowns, 14-0, as they've had a couple of interceptions of Derek Miller and a big punt return. Miller to punt away to start the quarter for Olathe East. And Randy Shepard sees this one bounce over his head. And it'll bounce inside the 30-yard line down near the 26-yard line. So that's where Olathe North will see the football. And we've seen early touchdown runs by Justin Gore. And his team last year, Richard, 10-3, 6A state champions. They were the second team out of the district. A lot of people had some question marks about this team. They took on the Salt Hawks of Hutchinson, got down early, but they battled back. And number 3 would lead them. Justin Gore, 175 yards and a touchdown run. Frank McCall would pump it in, the coach's son. And Olathe North would prevail in this ball game. The final score was 28-14 as they capped a 10-3 season, their 4th straight state title, and they've won 7 of the last 8 as they win there at the University of Kansas in Lawrence at Memorial Stadium.
Yeah, I just remember doing them in the late 90s, some of the games right when I started with MetroSports, and people like Mack and Royal Whitaker and Terrence Sproles, they've always just had tremendous athletes out here at Olathe North.
Quarterback option, the pitch to Gore, cuts it up, and Brian Cummings, the inside linebacker, collects him at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of nearly 8 on the play.
I like the way that Dustin Muma runs the option. What's so important when you come down the line, you got to tell the quarterback, especially in high school, you just got to make sure that you don't begin to kind of fade into the backfield, press the line of scrimmage. And he just, again, we're going to watch him, number 10, Dustin Muma. As I said, he just presses the line of scrimmage and makes a nice pitch. Watch him come down the line now. Pause and jump on him. We didn't really get a chance to see it, but he makes a nice pitch.
3rd down and 2. And Gore for short yardage, depend on the spot again. Young involved in the stop. No gain on the play, so it'll be 4th down and a couple for the Eagles. And let's see our first punt of the night for Olathe North.
Olathe East doing a little better job up front now. 55, Chris Knoll starting to get a little surge in the defensive line. That offensive line for Olathe North, led by number 76, Brent Sensimic. He does a great job of getting movement. This is what they're going to have to do, win the battle in the trenches.
Punt away by Justin Dahl, the leading punter in the Sunflower League, at just over 40 yards per punt. And Olathe East will get it right there. And Coach John McCall of Olathe North has the early lead, but he knows that Olathe East capitalizes on mistakes themselves.
Yes, they do, and as long as there's a number 5.
They're a team that they do a great job of capitalizing on mistakes. We emphasize that. You know, we always try to do the same thing, but it's just something that they're very skilled at, and so we're definitely trying to keep our mistakes to a minimum.
So the Hawks get it back. 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 28 in their own. Here's Jones with some nifty moves. Now going to turn on the speed as he's driven out of play, and no flags on the play as Jones ended up in the 2nd row of the track. With a nice gain on 1st down. This is ground level, Richard.
Jones showing some niftiness, nothing up front, but look at the athletic ability, the jump start. Let's bring it out sideways. Now he's going to come to the sideline, and that's the burst that the young man has. I'm not really sure. I think close to being a penalty, but this is the athletic ability that Andre Jones has. See, 433 rushing yards, 270 in passing, can do a lot of good things on the field.
You see the combined yardage, leading receiver, leading rusher for his team. It was a 1st down run. Now Jones breaking to the outside, turning on the speed. Andre Jones has another 1st down inside the 45, down to the 43-yard line. And Richard, you talked about the 2 speeds this guy has, and we saw a little of that 2nd gear on that play.
I think you saw 3rd and 4th gear on that one too. Watch Andre Jones. He starts inside, but that's the burst. Now take it outfield. And then how about the downfield blocking by number 23, Chase Lovelace? That's the reason it springs it. Downfield blocking by your wide receivers. But how about the burst on number 5? Take it outside for big yardage, number 5.
So Andre Jones looking good on this drive. 1st and 10 as East in North Territory, and Miller in trouble. Throwing, and the pass wide of the mark to Adam Parks, incomplete. Be second down and 10. Dustin Mumma with the coverage on the play.
And the contact is furious on the sidelines. The field's widening. It's going to lane 8 in the sprinting lane. It's just not inside the white lines tonight.
There is no love lost between these two schools. Olathe, a town of just over 110,000 in population, now a 4 high school town. Kevin White, Rich Baldinger, Nate Bucati on the sidelines tonight. Bring you the Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week. Friday night light style in Olathe. Big hits in this ball game. Second down and 10 after the pass incompletion. And end around is blown up. Chris Burnett, number 75, taking care of Adam Parks and throwing him for a loss. Burnett, 5'11", 236-pound senior, now with 19 total tackles on the season.
Yeah, Chris Burnett getting nice penetration, not going for the fake. And as you said, but that's the way Olathe North went. Watch number 75. He's on your inside right here, folks. He's not going to go anywhere with the fake. It was supposed to be a wham play. He's just sitting inside the hole making a great tackle on number 4, Adam Parks.
And they will lose 5 in the play. Third down, 15 yards to go. Facing Olathe East near midfield. Miller sets in the pocket, firing the middle, and the pass is broken up. Bullmash. Matt Bullmash with the coverage in the middle of the field on Anthony Riley, broke it up, and it'll be 4th down and long.
And number 32 going for a breakup, and you gotta love that name, Bullmash. That is the name of a middle linebacker. I mean, that is the perfect name. That is the Hollywood name for middle linebackers. We hear the penalty.
Okay, this is coming up on Olathe North as Jim Knight is your referee tonight. Rest of the crew is Rick Garr, Sam Sangetta, and Dave McKee on Jim Knight's Sunflower League officiating crew tonight.
And they're going to have the potential to go down the field as long as number 5 is in the backfield. You're going to see the defense just keying on them.
And Markov, 10 yards. The 3rd down and 5. Say East is an opportunistic team. Let's see if they can take advantage of this penalty by Olathe North. Trips to the near side. Miller looking that way. Now flushed out of the pocket. In trouble and sacked. Mike O'Rourke.
Mike O'Rourke, number 65. I'm telling you what, he was in the backfield before the quarterback got to the backfield. Next 65, an excellent rush. Take a look at number 65. He just works on the outside of the tackle. I'll tell you what, everybody was back there. That was a blue wave. Sensnick, number 76. But look at the desire to go get the tackle. I'm telling you guys, Olathe North, they will gang tackle you. You have to come to play every play if you want to beat these guys.
Loss of 14 on the sack. And Derek Miller to punt it away. Low snap, gathered in and punted away. Good high hanging punt. This one fielded near the 7-yard line by Jason Gore. Nice sure tackle coming down for the Olathe East Hawks, Nick Cunningham. And keep him inside the 10-yard line. And that's where the Eagles will get it back. Eagles on the season, second at points per game at 33.6, but number 1 in total offense, averaging nearly 400 yards per game. Thus far, they've taken advantage of a couple of interceptions and a nice punt return. Lead at 14-0. Mumma, the handoff. Gore with plenty of running room off the left side. Shoestring tackle by Derek Miller from the secondary. But it is a 1st down run as Miller with the saving stop. And Gore is a little bit different than Andre Jones as far as their running styles. He just keeps coming at you, and by the second half, he just wears you out.
Yeah, he just keeps pounding on you. He's the little big man, and he's just going to continue to make the great cuts. He gets behind his blocks, where Andre Jones is just a man who has a burst that can run by the whole defense. I'm
going to go on a dive play for little or no gain. Clitheroe involved in the stop. Send it down to Nate.
All right, guys, I'm standing by with Rod Crawford. He's in charge of the first downs for Down syndrome that they're running here today at ODAC. Rod, first off, if you could just tell us a little bit about what the program is that you guys are running tonight.
Well, Nate, it's a lot like the program we do for the Kansas City Chiefs, but this year we decided to bring it down to the high school level, and we're really excited because we have Olathe North and Olathe East and 10 high schools combined in the program this year.
Understand you had a tailgate party beforehand to raise some money?
We absolutely did. We had a really good tailgate party. We had about 500 people out there having burgers and fries and having a good time and helping us raise money. It was fantastic.
And of course, people can also donate, right? If they sign up, every first down that is gained tonight in this ball game can go to First Downs for Down syndrome.
Exactly. We're collecting pledges and donations, and we split the money with the high school team, and the other half goes to support First Downs for Down syndrome, and give support to kids and their families with Down syndrome.
Rod, thanks for the time and good luck with raising the money.
All right, thanks a lot. Take care, Nate.
That's Rod Crawford from the First Downs for Down syndrome guys. They do this all over the Olathe Athletic School District, so it's a good way to raise some money and get involved with high school athletics. We'll send it back upstairs.
And a first down run was acquired by the fullback Tar. Here's Gore back to work, sprinting down the sidelines, out across the midfield stripe before he's pushed out. And another first down run for Justin Gore for Olathe North.
JG, Justin Gore, just getting a little tossed pitch, taking it outside. But look at the hook block right by the left tackle, number 65, Michael Rourke. We got a kick out. And as I said, Mr. Gore knows the running lanes. Doesn't look like he's running fast, but he just keeps picking up positive yardage.
There you see the night for Gore, already in the end zone twice. Season high against Lawrence, over 200 yards. This is his twin brother Jason going up for it, knocked away nicely. Brett Triola, number 7, with some great secondary work, knocking it away from Jason Gore.
Brent Triola going up at the same time to the highest point, getting an inside hand and knocking away, which looked like a sure catch. But again, you just seen the athletic skill of the Gore family on the football field.
And the two backs in this game, Jones and Gore. Here's Gore talking about the differences between the two.
I'm not going to say who's better. I mean, we both have our different aspects. You know, he's got the speed to get outside and, you know, beat the corners to the end zone. I'm more of a up the middle and, you know, break tackles and then make you miss. But I'm not, you know, we both, like I said, you know, he's got his speed, you know, and I try to break tackles and run hard. So I think we're both pretty good, you know. Friday will tell who's a better back, I guess.
Andre Jones, they're playing in the secondary. He is the leading interceptor as far as the Sunflower League this year. He has 5 interceptions, and these guys played Little League baseball together against one another, so they go back to their grade school days.
Nice to see them going around the base path, huh? Turn a single into a home run every time.
You guys can stretch it, can't they? Third down, long, Gore running up the middle, spinning away, and a great first down run by Justin Gore. Where's the number that his brother made so proud, Bino? And he goes for 12.
And Big Blue, and again, number 65 for Michael Rourke. Watch him get downfield on the tackle trap all the way around. You see an excellent athletic skill. Michael Rourke, not a big guy, 5'11", 200 pounds. Brent Sesnick, the other tackle, 6'2", 210. Not the biggest people, but great athletes. They run well. And the way they've got this designed offense with Justin Gore behind him, who does an excellent job of following his blockers, the Big Blue is rolling along.
First and 10 for the Eagles. And Gore pounding inside the 25 down to, I'll make it the 35 down to the 34-yard line. Justin Gore running up the all-time top 5 rushers list. We've seen some great backs at Olathe North, and this young man, before the season wraps up, is just about 400 yards outside of surpassing Jim Bonight, who is in 5th place. You got Darren Sproles at K-State with 52-30. That's pretty untouchable. But Bino Gore, the older brother of Justin, then Arlen Bruce, Maurice Mack, Jim Bonight. 4 of those 5 folks, Simone Award winners, as Muma rushing the ball for 5 on the play, but needs just about 400 yards, does Justin Gore, to become one of the all-time top 5 rushers in Olathe North history.
You talk about great players and the running backs for Olathe. As we see, we're going to see the chains come on the field. And picked up another first down, but looks like he's going to be a little short. Yeah.
So it'll be 3rd down and inches facing Olathe North. And so many great running backs, starting with Charlie Cartwright back in the initial year of the school, back in the fall of 1981. Had Brian Carpenter went on to the University of Nebraska. But a number of great running backs have donned the red and blue of Olathe North. And this young man right here, Justin Gore, being looked at by Tulsa, Emporia State, Pittsburgh State, Northwest Missouri State, Iowa State, and Central Missouri State. And on 3rd down and short, they powered forward with a quarterback sneak in Dustin Muma.
And he hit the hole like a fullback. And talking about fullbacks, there was a guy who played here. In fact, we did the SIU game this year. And Royal Whitaker, remember that name? It's a guy who could line it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, could hit some people and doing an excellent job down at SIU at linebacker.
Guy that really kind of slipped under the radar because he wasn't tall enough, or maybe his 4.5 speed wasn't quite good enough, but the guy can flat play football and doing very well with Southern Illinois. Royal Whitaker, one of the all-time greats in Olathe North history. 1st and 10. Turn and give it off to Gord. He's blown up. Clitheroe there. Also Chris Knoll.
Stacking the line with 9 people, trying to do something, get inside the gaps, get some movement, because right now the middle of that line is a sieve for Olathe East.
Loss of a couple on the play. 2nd down and 12. Olathe East has had its share of great players. Donnie O'Neill went to Arizona State, tried out with the NFL San Francisco 49ers before being cut. Pat Phelps, Jeff Groh, an outstanding linebacker. And the sack coming up as shooting in Andre Jones, putting the quarterback down, Muma. So Jones has the speed for the offense and the defense.
Yeah, he does. He's going to come off the corner, blitz on the outside. But what you like to see out of number 5, folks, is look at the desire for the contact. Plant that quarterback on the ground. Dustin Muma, get your head around, folks. You're going to lose if number 5 gets many more chances like that.
Mentioned Jones, the leading pass interceptor in the Sunflower League, came in with 5 picks. Gets the sack. And it'll be 3rd and 17. Quick pass to the flat, caught by Gore on a juggle, and he goes down. Adam Parks and Brian Cummings double team him to the ground. And it'll be 4th down and long facing Olathe North. And their kicker is very good. Spencer Webb has a long of 45. And this would be actually in the 51 range.
Adam Parks, number 4. We've called his name a few times today so far. Another man steps up. Good job on an open field tackle. Missed that. Off to the races.
So the Eagles will eschew the field goal and just look for a pinning punt with Justin Dahl. Sends it away and sends a rocket down the field. And this one will be a touchback. MetroSports would like to thank our corporate sponsor, the Olathe School District, ranked a gold medal district by Expansion Management magazine. We're at ODAC. Huge crowd in attendance. ODAC located just west of US 169 Highway and 159th Street in Olathe. A lot of rain in the area last night. The field, though, in very good shape.
Yeah.
About 1.5 inches in the Olathe area. Temperatures very nice tonight. In the upper 60s as we play in the 2nd quarter. Olathe leading 14-0 as they continue to dominate the total yards category.
Not looking good right now from the stats perspective.
Marks goes in motion, 1st and 10 after the touchback. Here's Andre Jones skirting to the outside. And he'll take it up to the 24-yard line before he's ridden down by Bullmash and Dahl.
Andy Neeb, number 51, doing a nice job trying to get to the perimeter. I think that's where Andre Jones is most effective. They just got to maybe work flare passes, quick pitches, his burst to get to the corner. You can see how much faster he is than anyone else on the field.
Jones is a junior, 1,245 yards, 18 touchdowns, but had a toe injury. That kind of slowed him down late. Had surgery in mid-June to correct the problem at bone spurs in his toe. 2nd and 6. There goes Jones. He has a first down out to the 37-yard line, and there's that burst by number 5.
Number 5, he leaves his shoes behind in the dust. Watch him take off. They have a nice little trap ball. They're going to run a power O with the fullback 2nd in, but that's what number 5 can give you. On that counter, you're supposed to follow your blockers. Number 5 can just outrun everybody, but that's the burst, how he can get to the back side of the defense and picking up big yardage, number 5.
Coach Jeff Myers says that young man, anytime he touches the football, he can take it the distance. 1st and 10 for Olathe East. And Jones spinning and running right into Bullmash, the linebacker. Matt Bullmash, excellent student, one of the most improved players on the team. And it'll be a loss of 1, 2nd down and 11 facing the Hawks of Olathe East. They are 2-0 in the Sunflower League as Jones checks out of the lineup. And that'll do it for the 2nd quarter. We've reached halftime. Both teams running the football in a very fast first half. And a lot of big-time defensive plays, especially from the secondary for Olathe North with a couple of interceptions. And Justin Gore has scored twice. The Eagles on top of the Hawks, 14-0. Ivy at the half. Next.
The high school game of the week is brought to you by Hy-Vee and their 20 Kansas City area employee-owned Hy-Vee locations. Farmers Insurance and their Kansas City Metro agents and district managers. Remember, farmers get you back where you belong. KC Bobcat. In Grandview, Blue Springs, Olathe, and Platte City, Bob Allen and Metro Ford. It's your dealer that makes a difference, and that's the truth. Pizza Street, home of the 349 Pizza Buffet. And by Speedway Auto Group.
Halftime at ODAC with Olathe North leading Olathe East on margin of 14-0. And Kevin White and Rich Baldinger back up here in the broadcast booth, and a couple of early turnovers. Olathe North taking advantage. Justin Gore got in the end zone twice. Defense very important for Olathe North, and they played pretty well in the first half.
Yeah, they did. They got some big turnovers, but if you look at the stats, you would think that the game is a lot uglier. Right now, Olathe East only down 14 points at halftime. They should feel lucky. You know, and I've heard a lot about Andre Jones, the running back, and they were talking about his speed. Well, let me tell you something. He does have a burst. He needs to become more part of this offense. Let's work him on the perimeter. He'll have some big plays in the second half.
What about the quarterback for Olathe East? The early interceptions. He seemed to settle down a little bit in the second quarter, Derek Miller.
Yeah, he did. It just looked like his reads. He was just trying to force something. He threw into double coverage. You can't have it. And when you play Olathe North, a team who likes to feed off emotion and turnovers, they played more conservative, and they got number 5 into the offense. They need to do that quickly in the second half.
The Olathe North Eagle Pride Marching Band entertaining the folks here at ODAC. We're at halftime. Olathe North leading Olathe East 14-0. At the half continues from ODAC. Olathe North leading Olathe East by 2 touchdowns. Time now to take a look at our Hy-Vee first half stats.
not looking pretty. Not looking pretty, but you see the 2 big turnovers, and those were the costly, and it doesn't matter what level of football you play in, turnovers will cost you, and when you play Olathe North, they will capture that, they will feed off that momentum, and that's why they're on top right now, 14-0 at halftime.
Check in now with Nate Buchaney with a very proud family, the Gore family.
You got it, guys. Charles and Glenda Gore, of course, they've got 2 sons who are starting in this game today, and Justin and Jason, another son who's a sophomore on the team, and Josh, and a son, Umbino Gore, who is one of the biggest stars in Olathe North history. Guys, first I'll just ask you about how this game's going, Charles. You got to be pretty happy with the score so far.
Yeah, I'm real happy with it.
Glenda, I want to ask you about the fact that you have 2 twins playing in this one, and one of them wears Bino's old number. Did they have to have a fight to decide who got to wear the jersey?
No, there was no fight. The decision was made that it was going to be the running back, and he is it. This year we decided 3 + 5 makes 8.
Guys, this should be a good time. Thanks for the time, and we'll talk to you soon.
Hey, thank you.
That's the Gore family. We'll send it back upstairs.
And Mom have to be pretty happy with Justin Gore. He has a couple of touchdown runs in this ball game, and now 13 on the season as we go down on the field and enjoy the Olathe North marching band. At the half will continue. You're watching the Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week here on MetroSports. Olathe North leading Olathe East 14-0 at intermission. Olathe North on top of Olathe East 14-0. Last year it was Olathe East winning by a point. 28-27. Game prior to that was a 2-point difference. Time now for our Hy-Vee first half highlights.
Yeah, we're talking about coming out, turnovers. You see the quarterback for Olathe East, Miller, and it's tip drill by my man Bolmack, the middle linebacker. And how about number 20, Shepard, the man with speed, 4-4, streaking down. And then of course number 3, who else do you give it to on the end zone but Mr. Gore finds a way into the end zone behind that big offensive line. Again, turnovers, let's go deep. And Mr. Muma go up and get that ball. Tremendous job as a quarterback and as a safety.
Gore, the near side receiver.
And then we see Gore again. Watch him, folks. Hard runner, not the biggest man in the world, but he brings that football north and south. You got to love it. And again, number 3, behind that big offensive line, in for his 2nd touchdown of the night. Number 3, Mr. Gore, a running machine.
And he has 13 touchdowns for the season. Olathe North leading 14-0 over Olathe East. And let's talk a little defense. Olathe North got some early big-time plays by their defensive end, Brent Sensenik. And he really kind of spurred the defensive charge for this game. Let's take a look.
Yeah, Brent Sesnick, number 76. As I said, he's not the biggest man in the world, 6'2", 210 pounds, but got great quickness, understands the game, keeps his shoulders squared in the line, plays with a good pad level. Always see number 75, Chris Burnett in the middle. And here's the jailbreakers. They're led by number 65, Michael Rourke. All night long, they've used their quickness to slip around the offensive linemen of Olathe East. Two things Olathe needs to improve on in this half. Number one, pass blocking. Number two, got to wrap up when you tackle.
And Olathe North on top, 14-0 at half, trying to win their 11th ball game in a row, dating back to last season. Ivy at the half continues right after this. North leading East by a couple of touchdowns, but Andre Jones has made his mark in the first half. He hasn't broke one yet, but he's coming very close.
He's getting ready. The Rockets are firing up, and I'm telling you, with that burst that he has, at any time, he can be in the end zone with pay dirt. So you've got to keep your eyes on number 5. And I'm telling you right now, up front, Olathe North has done a great job with the penetration, the defensive line, getting in the backfield, not letting number 5 get going.
Let's take a look at number 5 taking on number 3 in action. We'll start with Andre Jones.
Andre Jones stepping inside and outside, but that's the burst right there, folks. You saw it. Second step, he's going north and south. That's the difference that he has than all other running backs I've seen playing in the Olathe Sports Complex. He just can make people miss, and that second level speed is what makes him so special. And then, of course, number 3, Mr. Gore. He's a between the tackles guy. He's going to hit you. He's going to run over you. But what's so different about Olathe North? That's what they've always done. They just like that smash mouth style of football, beat you up, and their offensive line just does a great job of getting on people. They know who to block, great pad level. They mesh well together.
Let's check in now with Nate down on the field.
Okay, guys, I'm standing by with the high school softball coach here at Olathe North, but also, and this will give you an example, Rich, as to how advanced high school has gotten since we were in school. She also runs a program for sports athletic training. Now, this is a class that you teach. Could you just give us a little more information about what it is that you teach here at Olathe North?
It's more than just a class. It's a 3-year comprehensive program where kids go through and study biomechanics, prevention and treatment of injuries, hopefully preparing them for fields in sports medicine.
Now, if it's a whole program, what type of advantage does that give a high school kid from North if they come out into a college trying to go into that profession?
They're going to look at scholarships more. We're going to send them out their 3rd year, their senior year into field experiences, and already hook them up with orthopedics and physical therapists and nutritionists. So they have a step ahead of everybody else.
So do some of these high school students actually help you out with training during game day?
We have 3 kids on the field tonight that are student athletic trainers helping Wayne, and I'm supervising them tonight. We have about 6 kids suited up for wrestling and basketball already.
Now we got to ask you about the softball program. How are things going for the Eagles in softball?
We're number 2 last year. We're going to climb the ladder and go after number 1 this coming year.
Sarah, thanks for the time and good luck in softball.
Thank you, Nate.
Sarah Hansen, she also works for Mack and Seitz Baseball. Mike McFarland and Kevin Seitz are a couple Major League Baseball players. Teaches clinics out there, so a lot of stuff going on here at Olathe North. Guys, back upstairs.
Okay, thanks, Nate. Next week on our high school game of the week, a couple of heavyweights from a long time back. These guys have been playing since 1919. His first game in the series. This series 85 years old. Rockhurst leads it 9-6. Rockhurst rated number 5, taking on number 9 Liberty. That's next week from William Jewell, Friday night. It's the Ivy High School game of the week on MetroSports beginning at 7 p.m.
I guess back in 1919, you had to go by horseback, huh? The wagon trains, get them ready, bring the ice buckets in the wagon trains.
Those two have been playing an awful long time. Rockhurst's been around a long time. Liberty, an old town as well. And Liberty didn't go so well the last time they faced the Rocks. So Liberty are looking to make amends at William Jewell next Friday night. Both teams with 1 loss on the season. As you take a look at the players getting loosened up, ready to go for the second half. Dustin Mumma.
Tremendous job on the interception, going up, reading the route, reading the quarterback Miller's eyes all the way, jumping inside on the route. That was actually a good bracket coverage on the wide receiver, but that's what you have as a quarterback when he's in your safety. He's going to understand what's going on with the passing game. Again, I'll bet whether it's offense or defense, number 10 doing the job.
Let's go back to that play and talk about that bracket, and then the great athleticism by number 10, Muma, to get the interception.
Yeah, you're watching on the outside. You see Muma. He's just going to jump inside on the route. We saw it all the way. They had double coverage on that. On the outside, he takes away the inside. You have Shepard on the outside. As I said, he had already read that coming over the top, just on the streak pattern going up the sidelines. And again, of his free safety, reading the quarterback's eyes, know where to go with the football, and number 10 followed it all the way for the big interception.
You take a look at Coach Myers getting ready to go for the second half. Does he look worried to you, Richard?
No, not as long as number 5's on his team. As long as he's got number 5, Andre Jones. I just think they need to find ways of getting him on the perimeter, get flow, the defense going one way, him coming back the other way. You cannot recover.
Stand up and stop on this stuff. It's slick. It's like ice. Go down.
There's Justin Gore's night. 19 for 72, a couple of touchdown runs. Last year, he rushed for 192 yards in the 1-point loss.
As I said at halftime, Olathe East, what they didn't do right now is they've done a pretty good job of bottlenecking these guys, but so many times missed tackles. They don't wrap up, and it's caused some big plays. This half, where you have number 3 coming through the hole, number 10, Muma, you've got to get your arms around him, gang tackle, and you know what? They can have a chance to turn this game around.
The Simone family always awards the top player in the Kansas City area, and Olathe North, the dominant team in winning Simone Awards. Jim Bonite, Maurice Mack, Darren Sproles, Josh Brewer, and Arlen Bruce. No other high school has won more Simone Awards than Olathe North. Rockhurst has collected 4 of those trophies, Blue Springs 3, but 5 Simone Award winners donning the Eagles jersey of Olathe North.
And you talk about, in the offseason, just take a look at some of those fine running backs in the past for Olathe North.
This is Jim Bonite in action. Kind of came out of nowhere. A lot of people didn't know about this young man, but he really emerged and had a huge season. 5th all-time leading rusher.
Tremendous offseason program at Olathe North, and it pans out on the field. You see these guys bigger, stronger, and faster than their opponents.
There he is collecting his Simone Award after the 2001 season. He went off to Central Missouri State. He's a running back for them. I believe he's 2nd or 3rd on the Mules depth chart. Coach Willie Fritz down there.
Missouri State, tremendous football program, and this young man, Jason Gore, I mean, when you watch Olathe North, when they run, it's always meshing. You don't find a lot of people missing blocks or out of place, and that's the sign of a coaching system that's been in place and continues to carry on. That's the seniors teaching the younger guys, passing on tradition.
East will kick things off to start the second half. Fans come to their feet. Josh Gore and Jason Gore deep back. Short spinning kick. Be fielded and muffed and knocked out of bounds near the 12-yard line by Jason Gore.
Pick your poison, huh?
Yeah. Well, we have the twins, and then there's another younger brother coming up, Josh Gore. He was deep back as well with his brother, so
not good news for the other high schools in the Olathe system or in the Sunflower League.
They say Josh Gore is potentially the next future stud back at Olathe North, so he'll go right in and take his brother's spot. 14-0 as we begin the 3rd quarter. High formation, 2 receivers sent to the wide side of the field from the 12. Little dive play with the fullback, Brandon Tarr, and Brandon, not your regular fullback, Richard. And remember seeing Royal Whitaker being a lot bigger. This guy's not that big. He's 5'10", 180. But here's a guy that has 4.4 speed at the fullback slot.
4.4 speed at the fullback, and also runs hard. Okay, this guy's only 5'10", 180 pounds, and will take it up the middle. But again, another one of those tremendous athletes that can do so many things, take it inside and outside.
Gain of 4 on the play, second down and 6, spin and hand off, and this is Justin Gore for very short yardage. He's gobbled up there by Brent Jepson. And mentioned that the Gores have another one coming up. There he is, Josh Gore, sophomore, and brother says that he could be the next future tailback stud at Olathe North.
What did mom give them in the baby bottle, or what have they been eating? The change just continued to pass on.
Just a family of tremendous athletes, starting with the oldest brother, Bino, followed by the twins, and now the younger brother on third down and 4. Here's Tarr, the fullback, breaking free, has the first down, getting past Jones. There you see the speed, and finally whirled out of play near the midfield stripe.
Number 5 having to turn on the afterburners to catch up with Mr. Tarr, but again running the option. They split the defensive tackles, give it to your fullback up the middle. With 4.4 speed, folks, you're guaranteed to get past the 50-yard line. Again, take it, watch it go up the middle. Good trap by the guard coming onside. Again, split the defensive tackles. That was number 76, Brent Sensenik. Again, great athlete. And how about 21, Mr. Tarr, showing a burst.
Eagles first and 10. Toss to Gore. Nice cut. Flag on the play as he's tripped up. As Triola got him from the secondary.
Might have some holding on the outside. It might be.
Preliminary signal is holding on the Eagles. Coach McCall with his band on his arm there. They have about 48 plays that they run and call in.
We had the tight end number 32, Matt Bullmash.
You think Bullmash did it?
I think Bullmash. I like that name.
What's interesting, though, about Olathe North is Jim Knight signaling the penalty. 30 of their 48 are runs, 18 are passed. They have about 20 audibles. The wide receivers will get the plays, too. And I said, why do your wide receivers need the play? He said, so we can get lined up quicker and get the play off quicker. So
it allows you to make adjustments, and you don't have to worry about making so many calls. Your receivers can stand on the side, so don't have to worry about running all the way into the huddle.
After the penalty, and now a fumble in the backfield as Muma covers it up. There's a new fullback in the ball game. That is Kalen Bourne, a 190-pound junior, and they had a little misconnection. 42 in the backfield.
Is he faster at fullback? Do they need more speed at fullback? Is that why they made the switch?
I'll tell you what, Richard, this team has speed all over it.
Yes, they do, and they have just tremendous athletes that play. As I said, you watch them all across the line of scrimmage, tight end, linebackers, defensive line, great athletes, and they just know how to play football very well.
Another loss in the play, second and 19. Here is Justin Gore, and he's hit hard there. Brian Cummings, the inside linebacker, a 4.0 plus GPA young man, honorable mention all conference last year, really filling the hole that time from the inside backer spot.
Yeah, filling the hole, but again, running the counter plays. You see Mr. Gore in a little stutter step. Now bring it back, following your offensive tackle, number 65, pulling Michael Rourke, 56, Josh Rearson. As I said, when you watch them run in the running game, not a lot of people ever out of position. Everyone knows where they go. They follow their blockers well.
A gain of 2 on the play. Olathe North 2 for 7, converting third downs. They'll keep it on the ground with the fullback. Not much doing there, as everything was all clogged up. He was finally finished off by Metzger and Parks, but Cummings in the hole again. And the fullback, Kalen Bourne, is shut down. And it'll be punting time facing Olathe North on 4th and 16.
A lot of yards between the 20s, but only 14 points. Now it's up to Olathe East to do something on the offense.
And this is the guy they need to do it. Andre Jones has 1 punt return on the season, averages 21.7 yards per punt return. On away by Dahl. Deep, long spiral. And Jones muffs it, picks it up. Makes the first wave miss. And his jersey tackled down. And if he gets past that wave, Richard, look out as he's out to the 25-yard line. 15 yards. And it looked like Sensenik with the special team stop as we check in with Nate again.
All right, guys, we've been talking a lot about Bino Gore. Now I've got the man, the myth, the legend right here, and he's watching his younger brothers out there playing today. Bino, how you doing today?
I'm all right.
We'll talk to you about your brothers a little bit. I've heard you've been working out with them some.
Yeah, I work out with him a lot. Just tell him you got to stay focused. I tell Justin basically, like, when he be frustrated and running the football, it's time to keep running hard because you never know when you're going to break a big one. And with Jay, I just tell Jay, Jay don't get the ball that much because he play receiver, but when you're going to get your turn, you know what I'm saying? I tell him, you're going to get his chance. When you get your chance, he's got to make the best of it.
How does Justin stack up to you as a running back?
I think we kind of got different styles. I was more of a shifty running back, and Justin's like a slasher. He kind of just hit the hole and run. I was more of a kind of shake people, and Justin's more of a slasher.
From what I understand, we got more things to come with Josh coming up as a sophomore right now. How good can he be?
Josh probably the best. Josh got everything. He runs hard, he can shake, and he's fast.
Have you been working with him too?
Yeah, I work with Josh a lot too. Josh is frustrated too because he don't play that much varsity, but I told him, like, next year is your turn, and you got to carry the torch.
What's it like for you as a big brother? How proud are you of all your family?
I'm real proud of them. I tell them, I knew they was real little. They was gonna be real good when they got older, and now they up here, so they just gotta make the best of them and keep it going.
Hey, Bino, thanks for the time.
All right, thank you.
That's Bino Gore, guys. We'll send it back upstairs.
Bino, the second all-time leading rusher in school history, won 3 state titles, 96, 97, and 98. And if you're a Sunflower League team and you just heard Bino Gore say the best is yet to come.
That's scary.
Yeah.
Family tradition. Pass the torch. Pass the baton with that group.
Bino is a wide receiver at Southwest Missouri State. Early movement. Burnett moving on the defensive line for Olathe North on 3rd down and 1. And penalty flags flying. We'll hear from Jim Knight. So the 5-yard penalty will result in a first down for Olathe East, and Jeff Meyer's team hoping to get some offense going here in the 3rd quarter, down by 2 touchdowns. Jones in the backfield. He's your eye back. Parks is a wing to the left side. Miller, the straight drop, going to go with a deep ball. Looking downfield for Anthony Riley, overshoots him as Jason Gore had the coverage. And Miller has struggled tonight. A couple interceptions, 1 completion for 8 yards.
Yeah, 1 for 7. Just has not been on time with his receivers. But a couple plays ago, they did a good job of just kind of sneaking Andre Jones out of the backfield in a little flood pass. I think they need to stay short, get him the ball in the open field. He's going to make people miss.
Second down, 10. Miller on the roll, in trouble, and going to be sacked. Mike O'Rourke whips him down, and he'll be dropped back near the 22-yard line, and a big-time loss on the play as the lose. Well, now they're marking it at 24, but Mike O'Rourke shooting in, number 65.
Yeah, and of course, that's the tight end, number 17 for Olathe East. That's Frank Pizzuti. He's just got to continue to come across. That's a rollout. The quarterback's looking to get outside. He stops. O'Rourke's just right up the field with that quickness in the backfield for the sack.
So with the loss, it'll be 3rd down and 20 facing Olathe East. And here's Andre Jones. He's going to come up well shy of the first down, so the Hawks keep it conservative on 3rd down and long, and will punt it away.
With the way Olathe North is playing the 7 men inside, bringing up the strong safety, I would think that you would look for quick screens to the outside, bubble screens, something to get number 5 in motion, get him on the edge. That's where he needs to be to make some big plays.
4th and 17, punt formation for Olathe East. Twin safeties back, Gore and Shepard. We saw the a big punt return as this punt is shanked off the side of Miller's foot. And it'll go out just inside the 40-yard line at the 38-yard line. And this relationship between the two quarterbacks really goes back a number of years. Here's Dustin Mumau talking about these two guys and their friendship.
And I know he's a good quarterback. He's a good passing quarterback. He's going to make the right reads. It's going to be tough. He's an all-around athlete, and I mean I haven't seen him run quite as much this year yet, but I know he's capable of doing it.
And playing defense now is Miller as they go with the running play to Gore for short yardage. He's second down and long, and yeah, a lot of these guys, Richard, they go way back. Miller and Mumau played Little League ball together. The Gore twins played Little League baseball with Andre Jones, and I thought that was kind of surprising, but Coach McCall said no. A lot of these guys know each other from different teams, whether it's the Blue Valley teams or the St. Thomas Aquinas or even some of the Missouri teams. Just the camps, the 7-on-7, these kids really get to know each other.
And it's the summer camps that really where they go at summertime, go on to different colleges, get a chance to compete and learn together.
Second and long. Gore, nice cutback using the stiff arm and takes it across the 45 up near the 47-yard line. They'll give him 7 on the play. It's going to be third down and short.
Yeah, that was Justin Gore on the cut right behind his offensive line pull, and just hesitate just a little bit and makes that slash and gets going north and south. That's the difference in the running style between him and his brother Bino Gore, who would shake. He just sits and then makes a one big cut backside.
Third down and 2 facing the Eagles, leading by 2 touchdowns. A couple of touchdown runs by Justin Gore. Here is Justin off the right side, has the first down, is whacked down hard. Triola from the secondary takes his legs out, but not after he's acquired the first down across the midfield stripe.
You see Justin Gore run again, getting a surge. How about number 66 for him? He's just done a great job. Travis Greer, we haven't had a chance to call his name, but he's been moving people off the football. But what I like about Justin Gore, he might make his cut, but when he makes his cut, it's a definite cut. It's emphatic. I'm getting through the hole. Picks up big yardage.
Closing in on a 100-yard game. Last week, 75 yards and a touchdown in the win over Leavenworth. His season high and career high is 223 yards against Lawrence. That was earlier this season. He'll lose yardage on this play. Clitheroe and Metzger in the backfield.
That's the way you take on that counter. Metzger, the corner, comes in, settles down, fills, takes the guard's knees out right underneath him. Does a good job in working as the rush end. Number 25, Jacob Metzer, took on the offensive guard, caused a pile on the other side of the line of scrimmage.
A lot of teams run that 4-4 defense. You don't see the 52 monster too much, but Olathe East has run with it. Mike Zagunis is their longtime defensive coordinator. Pass in the flat is caught by the fullback, and the ball is jarred free and goes out of bounds by Kalen Bourne. It is a completion. They'll give him 8 yards on the play. And it'll be third down and short yardage.
Kalen Bourne, the fullback, coming out of the backfield, who's done a good job at the point of attack, especially in the goal line and run blocking and kickouts. Hey, you got to give him the football once in a while.
Well, this is the MO for Olathe North. Run, 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 play action, hit you with the long ball. So watch out. They're down and short. Gore surging off the right side. Going to be very close to the first down. Triola from the secondary, number 7, up with the support. And they're going to take timeout for a measurement. And we want to remind you that tonight's ball game here is a special situation with the Olathe District Schools. And there's 36 out of the 39 schools achieved the standard of excellence in reading or math or both on last year's Kansas assessments. The Olathe District Schools, thank you. 4th down and short for Olathe North. Eagles will go. Late stages, 3rd quarter, leading by 2 touchdowns. Mumma calls his own number, and he has the 1st down as we check in with Nate.
Okay, guys, I'm standing on the field now with a man named Melvin Fox. Now, he has been the coach at Oregon Trail Middle School for 18 years. That means that before they ever got to Olathe North, he was coaching every good running back you've ever seen at this high school, going back Arlen Bruce, Julius Bruce, Darren Sproles, every one of those guys. How you doing today, Melvin?
Good.
I want to ask you about the guys that are playing now. We see Justin Gore out there. How does he stack up to some of the kids you've had in the past?
He's pretty good. He's gotten a lot better since he was in junior high.
Who was the best? Darren Sproles, I would think, would have stood out above everybody else.
He stands out. He probably averaged 300 yards a game as a 9th grader.
Now
12 carries a game, something like that, yeah.
You also had a kid who's a sophomore here now we're hearing about, in Josh Gore, who's the youngest of the Gore brothers. Can he end up being one of the next superstars at Olathe North?
I believe so, yeah.
How good can he be?
He's going to be every bit as good as his brothers were.
You've had all these great running backs we've mentioned come through your school and then on to Olathe North. What do you attribute that to? Why do you think this has been such a great area for running backs?
I have no idea. I just feel lucky that I was in the right place at the right time. And we've just been lucky.
Melvin, thanks for the time.
Thank you.
Maybe it's all coaching, guys. We'll send it back upstairs.
Now, I had a chance to talk to Coach McCall before the game, and one of the things he talked about is the weight room that they have. Guys are working out 12 months out of the year, and you can see it on the field in terms of strength, quickness, and athletic ability. They're that much better than anybody else.
The big run by Justin Gore, nullified by a penalty on Olathe North. And Coach McCall, who's the defensive coordinator under Gene Weir, 4 years, and took over when Coach Weir went down to Richland High School. Last couple of years. Here's Gore, running play. Jepson collects him as he gets near the 31-yard line. And that run will move him over the century mark.
And he gets stronger as the game goes on. You know, for not being the biggest man in the world, Justin Gore, only standing at 5'9", 170 pounds, you would think he would wear down. He gets better as the game goes on, and I love the way he takes it between the tackles. Contact, like smash mouth style game.
First team all-conference in the Sunflower League last year as Mumma keeps on the quarterback option and has a nice run of about 6 yards on the play.
Mumma showing some elusiveness.
So 1st down run, and this young man, Richard, is an integral part of this team, and no, he won't put up any glorious stats, but telling you folks, you need to keep an eye on this young man for the Simone, because he plays defense, intercepts balls, and that'll wrap up things in the 4th quarter. No scoring from either team, but North is driving. We'll move to the final 12 minutes of your ball game on the Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week, Olathe style.
Experience it. Back at ODAC with Nate Bucati, Rich Baldinger. I'm Kevin White. This is the High
Ivy High School game of the week. Get ready for the start of the fourth quarter. Gene Weir, of course, had great success, 22 years with the Olathe North program, won 6 state titles, won 84% of his games down in North Richland, Texas, a suburb of Fort Worth. His team struggling this year after a 7-4 year last year, and his prediction on the game, Olathe North would win. No surprise there. He said 28-7 as we begin the fourth quarter. And here's Gore, nice cutback. And down to the 21-yard line. And about 4 on the play.
Yeah, the whole right side of the line. Matt Bolmash, Brent Sensenik, Travis Greer. Great pad level for high school kids coming off, get movement, bringing your feet, and you watch Justin Gore just follow his blockers. And he accelerates into the hole. He doesn't look fast, but folks, he is hitting that ball like a bullet.
This is what the Eagles do, Richard. They just wear you down, keep pounding on you, punch it in the end zone, and all of a sudden you're down by 3 scores. This is the fullback Tar with that great speed and the burst up the middle to the 10-yard line. And it is a first down run. This fullback has electric speed. That is Brandon Tar.
Yeah, he does. Electric. He got shot out of the backfield on that play. But again, Sensenik on the option blocking, getting immediately to the second level onto the linebacker. That allows number 21, Brandon Tar, to use that speed and pick up a nice first down.
Tar's season high is 99 yards against Shawnee Mission Northwest, so he's having a big night tonight. First and 10. Muma on the quarterback option. Just great vision as he goes for 5 yards on the play.
Yeah, running the option, you have to be able to stop on a dime, you have to be able to jump off a dime, and you have to be able to have vision to see a dime on the field. This guy has it all. When he runs an option down the line, press the line of scrimmage, and once he does take off with it, he's very elusive. Great runner.
Young man, he too has 4.40 speed. Plays baseball, excellent student. He has a 3.67 GPA, and Northwestern looking at him. Play some defense. You take a look at the rushing yards, all Olathe North. Here's Gore up the middle. Young Ha filling the hole. The linebacker, number 8, pushing him back. After short yardage, they'll give him 2 on the play. Pronounced Ha. Young Ha.
Young Ha meeting the running back head-on head in the field. Let's see who wins this battle as we see Mason Gore going back this time, but staying at home. But when you can run that option, take it inside, outside. How do the linebackers play? Should I stay inside? Should I look to get outside? They have done an excellent job at Olathe North tonight, mixing it up both the inside and outside.
Miller also assisting on the play. 3rd down and 3. Toss to Gore. Nice cutback. And he gets in. The hat trick for Justin Gore. 3 for number 3, Justin Gore. And it's now 20-0. Olathe North on top.
Well, the Eagles are soaring high right now for Olathe North. And Big Blue Machine is just operating, firing on all cylinders, just kind of grinding it out down the field, wearing it out, punishing a defense of Olathe East, and putting close to a horse whipping on them right now.
Muma to hold. Webb with the extra point try, and he's got the hooks going. It's no good. Let's go back to the touchdown run with Gore on the toss.
Again, score with your man into the end zone, but look at the downfield blocking for Justin Gore. Kevin, you could get into the end zone on this. Watch number 66, Travis Greer. Brent Sensenik again driving their men into the end zone, folks. That's why they are so good. How about following number 21, Mr. Tar? He's going to get a nice block on Parks. Look how he brings his feet, doesn't stop on the block. That's the cutback lane for Mr. Gore to bring it in the end zone for the big 3 on the night.
So you think I could have got in on that one?
No, not at all.
You're just joking with me.
No, we saw you dancing the other night here, and we want to get that video live before the end of the season. I want to show some of those moves that you had, and I don't think you would have got it. No, you might have.
I don't know that those were even considered moves. As you take a look at the scoring drive, patented Olathe North, drive it right down your throat, 15 plays, 61 yards, punch it in. The short touchdown run by Justin Gore. He's got 3 on the night, 14 for the season. And it is 20-0. Eagles on top of the Hawks. 9.5 to play in your ball game as Webb with the kick away and another driving kick. Webb's kind of had an up and down night. He can't kick an extra point, but he's sure doing a heck of a job on the kickoffs, driving it through the end zone as we send it down to Nate.
Okay, guys, on the sideline now with Jim Ader. He is the, of course, athletic director for the entire district of Olathe. And Jim, obviously, ODAC is one of the big facilities. I understand you guys opened up a new one that's in its full season of use this year.
Right, we call it College Boulevard Athletic Complex, CBACs. Just like this one, football field, 2 soccer, 2 baseball, and 2 softball fields.
How complicated is your job getting now with all the different Olathe schools that are popping up?
Actually, with the second complex, it's been a lot easier because we were doing 3 schools with 1. Now we have 4 schools with 2, so it's really made my job easier to do that.
Is your favorite part of the job scheduling all the games for everybody?
My favorite part is coming and watching the games. You know.
What's the tough part about making the schedule? I think it'd be a little difficult when you're trying to figure out who's home, who's on the road, all those types of situations.
I think one of the things our superintendent wants is that our complexes are for all the schools, so trying to make sure there's kind of an equal balance, and schools wanting to have homecoming at the complex they feel is close to their school. That's probably the toughest thing for us to do.
How about a rivalry like this one, Olathe East versus Olathe North? I know you were an athletic director at North before you took this job. What does it do just for the school district as a whole to have a rivalry like this?
It's pretty exciting. Olathe football is wonderful. And, you know, all sports, academic-wise, we do well, but football still is always the focus for everything. And, of course, North has kind of set the bar the last few years, but, you know, South, East have always been real competitive, so it's exciting football in Olathe.
Who knows, we might have 2 state champions playing against each other right now. Thanks for the time, Jim.
Yeah, thank you.
That's Jim Ader, guys. We'll send it back up to you.
Okay, thanks, Nate. Yeah, Jerry Banks is taking over the job that Jim Ader left, and Jim's now the Olathe District Athletic Director. Jerry Banks is the AD at Olathe North. Ryan Ralston, we talked to earlier, at Olathe East. And of course, the district superintendent is Dr. Ron Wimmer, who's just made a pass by the broadcast booth. I want to thank all the folks in Olathe for letting us broadcast tonight here from ODAC. On a 3rd down, the pass is going to be intercepted. Jason Gore. So Miller's night continues to be a disaster, as he has thrown 3 interceptions after throwing 3 touchdown passes in the win last year against the Eagles.
Rolling out to his left. Nowhere to go with the football. Just throw it out of bounds. He tossed it up. A play he's wished could take back at this moment. Again, watching Miller roll out to the left. Hey, there's nothing downfield. There's double coverage. Receiver falls. Just throw it out of bounds. And again, now Jason Gore has the interception. So who's had the bigger game tonight? Justin, Jason, Josh, Bino,
Sensenik.
Sensenik, there we go.
Mike O'Rourke's had a good game.
Are there any more Gores we have not announced tonight?
I think we got them all. And now the Gore brother runs into his quarterback, loses his helmet. Nothing going right for Justin on that play. Some miscommunication in the backfield. The chin strap no good. And now Anthony Riley a little slow to get up for Olathe East.
You know, ever since that first interception, quarterback Derek Miller just seems like he has not gotten into a rhythm all night. The coverage on the receivers has been tremendous. He hasn't been comfortable in the pocket, hasn't too much air into the ball, not enough air on the ball, wrong decisions.
Well, he came in with only 3 interceptions in 5 games. He's thrown 3 tonight. And keep in mind, Olathe North has the #1 pass defense in the league. They're only giving up 50 yards per game. They now have 10 interceptions as a team. As we go back to the last play, let's find out what happened to Anthony Riley. He took a shot on this last play.
Yes, he did. Young man number 3, Anthony Riley, 5'8", 140 pounds, trying to get underneath Mr. Gore, and that's tough, but that's a head on a knee, and it looks like Mr. Riley just got out of maybe a one-on-one boxing match with Mike Tyson. Knee rolled up, head rolled up, shoulder rolled up. Everything got rolled up. Man stepping up, taking on the run, filling in the box. Hopefully everything's okay. It looks like they're working on his knee, but it looked like his leg got caught underneath him a little bit, and said they wear those knee braces now, and hopefully everything's okay.
Next week on the Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week, two longtime rivals go at it. Number 5 Rockers and number 9 Liberty, a series that's 85 years old. We'll have it for you from William Jewell next Friday, 7 p.m. It's our Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week. And Riley up on his feet. Trainer's helping him off. Hobbled with that left leg somehow, so he'll check out of the lineup.
They're young and those knees still bend a whole lot.
Duran Williams will replace him in the lineup at one of the cornerback slots. Young emerging sophomore. Second down and 10 after the injury timeout. And there goes Tarr again. Boy, he is a fast fullback. And he can get to the 26-yard line and very close to the first down. You're looking for a big, burly guy that blocks a lot in most fullbacks, in most teams. Not this guy.
I'm looking for a guy named Bolmash to be the fullback. But look at the option blocking, getting downfield. And number 21, he hits the hole so quick. He's so quick in hitting the hole. They can't fill it. And I'll tell you what, 21 might be heading to tailback next year.
Well, this young man is a fine fullback. Now blocking on this play for Justin Gore, and on third down and short, he spins his way for an Olathe North first down.
Not only has he done a great job of running the football, 21, he's also done a dynamite job blocking also, especially on the goal line for Jason Gore, kicking out, allow him to get underneath. I mean, his guy's a complete fullback, and as I said, a man with 4.4 speed at fullback. Is he heading to wide receiver maybe next year, or tailback? Be a question mark.
Here's Tarr back to work, and the fullback not denied. Still fighting inside the 5. First and goal. Brandon Tarr.
Brandon Tarr just kind of running over a real tired Olathe East defense. But folks, this is what I've come to know about Olathe North in the running game right here. It's smash mouth, it's in your face, it's drive, 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 make people hurt, pick up some extra yards. He's going to carry that whole team almost into the end zone. That just shows you 8-yard rushes, 88 yards, the pad level, the contact, and the strength on the field is really prevalent right now for Olathe North.
Full house backfield. Gore has it, and he charges off the left side. He'll be down inside the 1-yard line. It'll be second down and goal. How apropos would it be to give it to Tarr here and let him finalize this drive?
Well, you got Kalen Bourne you can give it to. You can give it to Brandon Tarr. You can give it to Justin Gore. You can have Muma keep it. We've got 22, Mr. Bias here. He hasn't really had a chance. How about Colby Humphrey?
He's the backup quarterback.
Well, let's give it to him. He could run with it too, huh? How about Mr. Bullmash at tight end? They've got a whole army back there that can run with the football.
And we get an equipment timeout for a Eagle. As Dan Wise, who is the center, honorable mention all conference center, team captain, high GPA kid.
And what you're seeing right now, Kevin, is the strength. It's so prevalent of Olathe North since the beginning of the game. Their dominance, both the defensive line and the offensive line.
Gore into the end zone, touchdown. Gore ties a season high now with 4 touchdown runs. He did it in week 2 against Lawrence. He does it here in week 6 against rival Olathe East. And it is now 26-0 with 6:06 to go in your ball game.
Down in close. There's no way you're going to stop Mr. Gore, number 3, Justin Gore. Again, just following that big offensive line. Wasn't that big size-wise for a lot of high schools, but man, I'll tell you what, fundamental-wise, this is the best team I've seen high school-wise with fundamentals in terms of blocking, tackling, working together. I've not seen anybody better than this. Maybe Blue Springs on the other side.
2-point conversion try with Gore. And it is denied. He did not get there. Comes up a little bit short. So it stays 26-0. Olathe North on top. 6 plays, 64 yards. Gore with another touchdown run. His 4th of the night and the 15th of the season. He had 18 last year as a junior.
Not to take away from Mr. Gore, but how much of that drive, number 21, Brandon Tarr, his explosiveness out of the backfield, finding the hole, hitting it, getting to the second level. Him and Andre Jones are on the same level when you talk speed.
And number 21 was the guy that moved him down the field as we go back to his action. Brandon Tarr, the fullback.
And just watch the pad level and how he can just shake, and his explosiveness. Now watch the leg drive, folks. Look how he keeps his feet going. Look how he has his pads over his knees. He's never out of balance. And this is what I talk about, the strength. This is the off-season weight program that these kids are involved with. It comes out on the football field as they just begin just totally dominate this game.
So the fullbacks had a huge night. Brandon Tarr, the Eagles, overall a good night. Looking to pitch the shutout against a team that beat him by a point last year, and this one will sail into the end zone. Jones, no chance tonight as Spencer Webb doing a great job of kicking off. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 20. Just over 6 to play in your ball game. This is the final week on the Kansas side as far as the regular season. Both teams will head to their respective districts next week in week 7. Olathe North will play in a 5A district, and Olathe East obviously in a 6A district. Here's Jones trying to cut back. Running into Justin Dahl. Back to the original line of scrimmage. No gain for Andre.
And it looks like that field this time of the night, a lot of rain. It's starting to get a little icy down there, but that was a nice open field tackle. Number 45, Justin Dahl, breaking down and making a tackle on a tremendous athlete in Andre Jones.
Second down at 10. 2 receivers to the wide side of the field. Miller back to pass, hit as he throws, and the pass is caught. Parks, and then he is drilled in the back by Muma. And it is a 1st down catch, but Muma delivering the goods from the Olathe North free safety. And I'll tell you what, there were big hits all over this play. Let's go back to the quarterback, Richard.
Yeah, let's talk about Miller. He's been getting shots all night long. He's got to be bleeding profusely with all the hits he's taken. But then how about Mr. Muma laying the moo on the ma, bringing it. And that's a quarterback.
That is more than a quarterback. Flags on the play as Miller on the roll to the near side, throws across the field. The pass is caught by Chance Moore. And a gain of 9, but once again, flags back at the original line of scrimmage.
And you have to like the level of contact as you see. We listen to get the call here, but Olathe North, the level of contact you see in the defensive backfield, the linebackers, they are going to make sure that you know that they are playing this game of football. And it is a game of contact.
So if you're going to catch the football, be ready to pay the price.
You're going to pay the price, all right. Get down, get going north and south, because someone's coming head hunting.
Penalty coming up on Olathe East. Jim Knight, the referee, with the procedure penalty on Olathe East. It'll be 1st and 15. Back to the 25-yard line. New running back in the ball game is Demetrius Bell, and he lost it and then got it back. And Demetrius is what they're calling their future stud. They're saying he's an Andre Jones clone. So the new regime at running back for Olathe East going to be Bell, and basically more of the same for Olathe North. Another Gore is going to take over at Olathe North, but Demetrius Bell, great speed, 4.4 speed, and a promising sophomore at 5'8", 155 pounds.
And showing the ability that he can get to the corner, and he has a burst in himself. And I think right now with Olathe East, they have to find a way of getting some of these athletes into the game, the design of it, maybe some reverses, any type of counter plays to get defense working one way, to get them working on the backside, let them get to the open field, use their athletic ability.
Timeout on the field for Olathe East. Next week, Olathe East will begin their 6A district, and they have a very tough opponent. The Leavenworth Pioneers' new coach, Tom Young, has this team playing very well. They're a very dangerous team. That's week 1. Then they're at Shawnee Mission Northwest and Olathe South to wrap up their district on the 5A side. Once again, Olathe North has dropped down a class, 984 students. So they're in a 5A district, and they're in Topeka at Shawnee Heights. The rest of the way, they've got Mill Valley and the new school in Olathe, the Ravens of Olathe Northwest, who were beaten last night against Lawrence Free State.
So, tough game for them, but just watching Olathe North and their ability fundamental-wise for kids in high school. I mean, they're just so far and above anybody else we've seen on TV so far. Just fundamental-wise, tremendous.
We've seen Rockhurst and Blue Springs, Richard.
No, I'm sorry. When you talk about offense, we'll talk more after this play.
All right. Be careful now. 2nd down and 10. On the roll, Miller. The pass is knocked away from Parks, and guess who's back there? Muma, the free safety. He's everywhere. I'm telling you, folks, you got to get this guy on your Simone watch list. The stats are not going to be that great, but he plays great secondary for this team, and he does a great job quarterbacking. And this young man is one of the top players in Kansas City, no question in my mind.
And you talk about quarterback, both offense and defense. You watch him in the field as a safety position, the way he roams the field, his contact, he incites fear in wide receivers.
3rd down, just over 10 yards to go. Toss it out to the sophomore Bell. And he'll get wrapped up by Dan Wise, shy of the 1st down at the 35-yard line. So fundamentally speaking, Olathe North is the best team you have seen thus far.
Watching them tonight, when you look at the young men on the offensive line and also on the defensive line, pad level, the way they bring their feet, the way they drive, their execution is so far and above than anything I've seen. And we talk about those guys up front, Travis Greer, Brent Sensenik, Michael Rourke, not the biggest men in the world, but fundamental technique and strength. That's why they're on top.
Well, tip your cap to the Olathe North coaching staff. A lot of veteran coaches as the punt away from Derek Miller. Fair catch called for by Shepard, and he'll gather it in near the 22-yard line. A lot of these coaches played the game for Olathe North. A lot of guys have been around a long time, like Jay Jones, and also Greg Beggs, who's fighting some shoulder problems. Chris McCartney, the defensive coordinator, has been around since 1996. So Gene Weir left, but the continuity really stayed with this program. And they got a guy on their sidelines who was an excellent player for the Eagles and went on to Pittsburgh State, Jesse Owen. But this program preaches the fundamentals, and they work hard at getting those fundamentals done, and it seems to pay off on Friday nights for them.
You watch them tackling on defense, them wrap up, get 11 men to the football.
Cadeus Bias checking into the backfield now, one of the backup running backs. And he goes for short yardage.
And how about even downfield, number 8, Jason Gordon, downfield on blocking. 2 minutes and 40 seconds left to go in the game to take a play off. No, he doesn't. He's down there making things happen. That's what I'm talking about, tradition, and he passed it on from class to class. These kids were young. Now they're going to pass it on to those sophomores and juniors to become seniors. That's why Olathe North continues to be such a good team.
Looking for their 11th straight win. Of course, last year at the started the season in week 1. They had a 38-game win streak snapped by Shawnee Mission North. Bias with all kinds of running room. And Cadeas with a first down run out to the 37-yard line. And a guy that was a pretty good runner himself in his day for the Olathe North Eagles, Jesse Owen, former Pittsburgh State Gorilla. And he actually was on both of the staffs. He was at Olathe East initially as a student teacher. Then he got a job at California Trail in the PE department. Went back to the Olathe East guys. Said, well, we don't have a spot for you, but Olathe North did. So he's over with Olathe North, and that's where he went to school. And he is a very fine coach. And when you shake his hand, Richard, make sure you brace because he might tear your arm off. He is a well put together gentleman. As they go with the fullback, running play to Justin Vanderwinkle. He's a senior in there.
Tackle was made by number 21, Steve Flannery.
And you talk about just the strength program that they have in the offseason, and I just think it's evident you begin to wear people down, but their ability to run both the play action, sprint to the corners, the power inside, and just the overall talent at the skill position for him is so far dominating right now against Olathe East.
And again goes to number 35, Justin Vanderwinkle.
Well, how good a player was Jesse Owen? Well, youngsters, watch and learn. Here's the 1996 state championship game. Jesse Owen, punt returning against Wichita Northwest. The stiff arm, the speed. Olathe North wins it 24-7. So when coach tells you I was a pretty good player one time, there's your video proof. He was an excellent player, one of the all-time greats at Olathe North. And now the victory formation as Colby Humphrey is checked in, the backup quarterback, and he's just going to take a knee.
Best play in the game. They just bring that skill set. And right now, when you see the speed that they have at the skill position, both running back and wide receiver, it's just so dominating. And when you get an offensive line up front that is strong, but also great fundamentals and techniques, they are just so dominating, and that's why they're on top, 26-0.
And that's why they're going to go to 6-0, 5-0 in the league. And Olathe North with a dominating performance against their rivals from Olathe East. A ball game they needed against a tough opponent before they head off to play in their districts against the likes of a Shawnee Heights, Mill Valley, and Olathe Northwest. And Richard, a very dominating performance. We'll talk about it after this timeout. You're watching the Hy-Vee High School game.